Hi Taurus, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of April 2024. I do want to thank you for your presence and I hope you're doing well. But I hope you can see me well with the lighting. I thought this was kind of cool and there's not many options in this park. But I know I did test it out. You'll be able to see the cards. It's a month of productivity for you. Even if you don't feel like that's the case at certain points, everything's feeling purposeful for you. I'm hearing there is money intake and there is purposeful spending. When you feel intuitively you should hold back from spending money on something, of course use that Taurus intuition and hold on back, all right? There's something about the month of May and June being more, I'm hearing lucrative, more beneficial for you, and not just money, but I feel like experience, opportunities, and I feel like there's growth throughout the month within and outside of you. And there's something about people being impressed when it comes to your work ethic. It was just how that was finished for me. Now I feel like there's a lot of spiritually connected Tauruses drawn to the reading. Doesn't have to be tied into in any way, shape, or form when it comes to your work. But I feel like you're going to feel a spiritual vibe about the month for you, and this is going to work to your advantage. I also feel like there's a focus on the ups and downs of your life. You may find random reflecting coming to be when you're working, when you're spending money maybe, or thinking about it. Random items will be thought about and pushed for you to look up and add to, I want to say, a wish list of some sort. Online it feels, maybe even browsing in person. In order to further down the line purchase something of significance for you. The Four of Swords coming out to start off your reading, rather to continue it, bear with the background noise, because I do feel like there's a very protected vibe about your money and career, and I guarantee a lot of which feel a lack thereof, which at least at certain points, if not fully. But I was drawn to this design here. Design may come into play a few colors, but it's a bunch of roses or a couple, and I feel like there's a blossoming way about your month where through the act of accomplishing, even the act of at times feeling like you're not accomplishing enough, or you maybe failed in the attempt to accomplish, or you just struggle somehow, you're blossoming through it, all right? And there's something about the imperfections of certain aspects of your money and career throughout the month and your life as a whole that speaks to what you're going through on a soul level. Now, when the money comes in, they're saying, look at it with a sense of pride and appreciation. I feel like you will to an extent, but it's a reminder of how much that actually benefits you, because I feel like you're truly manifesting at this time, and the appreciation, the gratitude is playing into it. And I feel like there's a lot of support from spirit tied into that, and your hard work is paying off. Something online for somebody is doing better throughout the month in comparison to, I want to say, the recent past in general, but especially when it comes to the month of March and the month before that. Sorry, I'm hearing a lot, and I feel like you may be hearing a lot throughout the month. It doesn't have to be spiritual, but I'm not hearing a noisy environment. And the month of June is very significant for the growth of your career or your work situation. There's going to be one person that you're purposely pushed to steer clear of at work for some, or maybe at home if you work from home. And this is going to feel very enlightening, all right, as to how to better notice what's right for you when it comes to people, places, situations. Yeah, I'm hearing energy is everything. But to continue pulling, the King of Pentacles, you're going to find a confidence about you is emerging in a new way or new ways. And there's a sense of you needing to sit back from your throne if you look at this imagery and remember how far you've come, but don't overdo it in that process, and just do what you got to do in a simplistic manner. I'm hearing a Taurus is not meant to force it, right? Certain factors in life from your past, even currently throughout this month and in general, leave you, and that includes people, the way they work, what they try to influence you upon, okay, bad wording, how they try to influence you. There's so many factors, locations, that can leave you feeling the need to, or just randomly forcing it. And so it's a month where you're remembering wholeheartedly, and it might feel like a continued process. Let's not force it. Now, as I just heard, slow it down, there's going to be a vibe about the month where you feel a reminder come to be, even if it's from yourself. Slow it down. There's no need to rush. I sense that somebody, if not multiple Tauruses drawn to the reading, are going to be working at a location where you see people rushing, stressed out, right? It reminds me of the serving job I just started. I feel like my energy is going to help with that, but you're going to need to just do your own thing your own way, and remember how to best and learn how to throughout the month tweak that process to the best of your ability, right? Shining in the midst of a crowd is kind of the vibe for some. feels like spotlight attention, discovery, accomplishing. I feel like the word accomplishing is coming through several times for a reason. I'm hearing you're a busy bee, all right? You're a busy bee. I find that you're going to utilize numbers throughout your work, or it's going to pop up at certain points while you're working. There's also a feeling of you discovering more about what you're capable of. That could be a skill set enhancing or a new discovery of which, some of which is a reminder of one, a dusting off, if you will. I feel like you may be seeing the future of a business or a project, some of which a hobby that's meant to develop and be more useful and helpful, kind of the same thing. But you are going to see either way that you are going to discover, and the development of which, your purpose, right, your potential, how far you can go in this lifetime. Somebody is an entrepreneur drawn to the reading, and you are going to go so damn far. I feel like all the Taurus is drawn to the reading in your own individual way, but something about entrepreneurship throughout the month will be very significant for you. Even if you're not meant to be one, don't want to be one, it may teach you and or remind you of a lot, okay? And I feel like there's a focus on your habits naturally, and this doesn't feel like a new message for you. When it comes to where you put your money, overconsumption is an absolute no. You're too busy throughout the month. You have too much on your plate for some, but I do feel like either way, you're creating more, but not in a stressed way. And so when someone tries to make you feel like you should be stressed or you are stressed, don't listen to it, okay? Noise factors are going to be a part of your month, but I feel like it's going to be something that you've overcome in the past in a worse situation, worse energy. You got it, all right? You have got it in the bag is the vibe. I also feel like there's a magical presence about you at certain points, if not the whole month. If you can see this sort of magical dust, I'm hearing fairy dust over here. You're going to feel this works out so well. People will smile at you throughout the month, even when it's not tied to your money and career, but it will remind you of your worth, your presence, and how your energy is developing in such a beautiful direction. You're going to, as I'm being drawn to the books in the back, learn a ton throughout the month. This could be a new job for some, maybe a new promotion. It could be in regards to what the future entails for you. But I also feel, and it doesn't have to be just one aspect of which, but and this may also be learning more about what you can do with your money, all right? There are certain investments in the future that you're not seeing clearly, and Spirit wants you to be prepared for them in certain ways. It's a guidance kind of month is what I'm getting. There's a purity about the way that you carry yourself, at least at certain points, and this feels like a breath of fresh air for people, and I almost feel like that's going to gain you more opportunity, a better standing is what I'm getting. But some of which need to remember that they have been through the ringer, and so the imperfections, not going to get the best of you, okay? And they're saying again, buzzing, okay, maybe in your ear. I feel like it's meant to be a positive thing, but I feel like as well, you're going to see the significance of, okay, a toad. Look up the spiritual meaning. I do also feel like you're going to be doing a lot of active, maybe walking, exercising. This is going to be good for your soul growth, development, but good for the quality of whatever you decide to or end up having to accomplish. There's a feeling of you needing to remember when things are needing to be more simplistic, right? Whether you're in that moment already or just it's more reflective. It could be a push from Spirit or whatnot. It's like, let's just let the simplicity speak in wonders and help us in that manner, is also a reminder in that sense, intertwined. Let's heal, okay? You've been through it. Well, I'm being drawn to a bee. I feel like a bee is quite significant. Sweet results, the spiritual meaning of which, yeah, you're such a hardworking soul, and that doesn't really come through as often as it should in the eyes of others, the awareness. Does that make sense? Because you don't force it or you do things your own way. You're such a chill sign usually, or in general. And it feels like someone else who is perceived as hardworking maybe, or a different type of person, will now be viewed by someone of importance or several people as less valuable as you. I know that kind of sounds bad, but for them, but it's as if like things are churning in your favor left and right throughout the month, and that's one way, all right? It's as if people are seeing your value grow as new people are discovering the value of you in general, all right? And you're seeing yourself in a different light because you're changing as you work, as you grow, as you prosper through it all. Let yourself see things differently as well. There's a focus on not holding yourself back or maybe not falling back into that. The Eight of Cups, because I sense that you may need to switch up your career, and that will take a highlight. There's also, for some drawn to the reading, a focus on, wow, this has been a long reading already. There's a focus on you seeing things speed by when they need to and slow down when they need to. Okay, when they mean to. But I do feel like you are going to remember for a lot that something is temporary. Is it where you're living? Is it where you're working? If it's both, so be it. It could be a project connection or having to be associated with somebody. Temporary, all right? It feels like you are very skilled being drawn to this reading, and the month of April will very much prove this to others and remind you of this as it grows and changes. I feel like you're going to be expressive, all right? The way you want to feel the need to express yourself is very much tied to your soul growth, but as well your work, okay? And for some, the lack thereof which, if you're looking for a job, I feel like it may happen in the following month, but for some of which I'm getting the number 14, so I feel like it's the 14th of the month, okay? And you may want to look up the spiritual meaning of the number 14, but trust the vibes, my friend. Trust the vibes. Keep it moving when you feel the need to, but slow it down once again when you need to. And I feel like they're saying there's excuse me, I was about to swear. There's a lot of hard work ahead for you, as I'm looking at a road work ahead sign, and they wanted me to basically cross out the word road. So I feel like you're going to need to expect for things to flow in for you moving forward when it comes to abundance, prosperity, and whatnot. But you are going to, and I feel like you're going to enjoy it as well. A lot of hard work, my friend, and you're meant for it, okay? You've been prepared for it. There's a sense of every purposeful holding back and accomplishing moments throughout the month of April. You've been prepared for it, okay? And you may be reminded of how connected things are in small ways, big ways, you name it. Holy moly, the noise. Okay, let's just breathe. I sense that you will be dreaming about something you didn't expect to, and this will be purposeful for your career. I'm now looking at the Justice card, which I just pulled from the middle of the deck in the midst of a pause, and I feel like you're going to be receiving justice for past wrongdoings, holding back, and disturbance. I really feel that strongly. There's something about your roots connecting to how you work, how you flow and accomplish, but there's also a feeling of a foundation working to your advantage, even if you just began it or are throughout the month, but for a lot of which it feels like a long overdue kind of long overdue success, right? Things are happening in your favor. I want you to remember that there are spirits of positivity working in different ways, far distance, behind the scenes, in order to give you more financial comfort moving forward and more growth. Something, including you, meant to go the distance, all right? Remember that. And where you feel misplaced, I want to say for some, just know that that's not meant to be a forever kind of situation, all right? And feeling, you're meant to feel discovery continuing for a lot, but maybe beginning or both. And when you realize something should have been done at a different time, let's learn, okay? Let's learn from that and trust our intuition, feel things out once again. But your eyes have a lot to say when it comes to your soul, what you've been through and what you're going through. And people are going to bond with you easily. You'll bond with people easily, naturally. And this will help you when it comes to a work environment, that business, maybe to gain more money. The Three of Pentacles as well, because I feel like you're going to see a lot of attention flowing in for you when you're out and about, when you're doing what you do for work, when you're looking for work. That's good for you, right? I feel like even the negative looks and noticing, it's really okay, all right? Take the good with the bad is what I'm getting. I also feel like you need to walk away from a situation naturally when the energy, maybe the noise or whatever it ends up being, is too much in the moment. You have to step away for the sake of your energy. I'm hearing that you're a strong soul, all right? You're a strong soul, and that comes through your work. It comes through your efforts and even holding back. And there's a sense, as they're showing me at my serving job, you're going to be standing so properly, so strongly. It's the spirits on your side, I feel like, for a lot, but also what you've been through, what you're going through, and you're just conquering at this time. You're feeling very valuable, more so. You're feeling victorious, and I sense that this is going to be a month where you're reminded this is just the beginning, or it's a continuation of what you've been going through, but things are about to improve, grow, prosper for you as you're meant to go the distance. It's a month of quality discovery. It's a month of rewards. It's a month of going the distance, or at least beginning that process. It's a time for you to gain justice, my friend. You're a Taurus, all right? do what you got to do and reap those rewards. All right. So hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll definitely see you next time.